Hello everyone, welcome to the KZGN News. Today we're bringing you news about the formation of the new GSA, news from Sierra Sands School District, campaign news, new polls coming out, today's KZGN Talking Points editorial, weather, sports, and much more.
From the Rademacher Hills to Bee Mountain and the mighty Sierras, Ridgecrest to Inyokern and China Lake, this is your news for the Indian Wells Valley with the KZGN News Crew.
Hello, I'm Tom Whitnick. Thanks for joining us for the news affecting Ridgecrest and the Indian Wells Valley. In news from starting of the new Groundwater Sustainability Agency, the new agency members held what is viewed as a more official meeting last Friday. They held the meeting at City Hall in the City Council chambers. This is a much better suited facility for the meetings. They also had only the potential official voting members at the main table. The meeting was open to the public. It really was a meeting where the main players are now making movement to establishing the local agreement between all the agencies and the voting members. A joint powers agreement will be the device used to lay the legal groundwork for the formation of the authority. A joint powers agreement will be the device used to lay the legal groundwork for the formation and authority of the GSA. Remember, this new GSA will be a whole new level of authority over all of us in the Indian Wells Valley. They'll make decisions that will impact every one of us here. They will have authority to monitor all of our water use, even private water well users. They will have the authority to impose fees or taxes on us to support the agency's activities. The agency's main responsibility will be to create a groundwater sustainability plan. The plan's goal will be to stop and even reverse the depletion of our groundwater basin. How they do this will be in the plan, and they will have the authority to do many different things to make that happen. Anyway, the next step in the process is for the members to reach a final agreement and then to submit an intention to form the GSA to the state of California. The state then has to approve the formation. Once the state approves the new GSA, they get to work to create a plan. In news from the Sierra Sands Unified School District, we get this report from KZGN-TV field correspondent Tanya Pyle. Superintendent Ernie Bell congratulated all 6 elementary schools who participated in and were awarded for their stellar performance and success. But there has been a strong disagreement between teachers in the district in negotiations over wages for the teachers. Teachers expressed outrage when praise did not translate into more than a 2% raise for them. At last week's monthly board meeting, teachers carried signs reading, "Kids are not first when teachers are last." Since October, they have continued to ask how, despite the blue and gold ribbons of distinction, the Sierra Sands Unified School District teacher salaries remain bottom of the barrel. The teachers assert the low salary keeps the district from filling many teacher positions. Teacher Union President Barbara Walls led the response to the 2% offer, saying, "The 2% increase offered has angered employees." Walls reiterated, "Kids are not first when teachers are last." Teachers expressed each in their own way how a 2% pay increase offer is, a sign of disrespect. Walls cited that school teachers are the lowest paid in the district and said they need more than the minimum wage to keep them here. Special education teacher Greenhall said, "Actions speak louder than words." She cited the school is lower than any other district in the desert by $10,000 per year. Teachers decried the salary discrimination. One teacher said she returned to $15,000 less than what she earned in 2006 when she left on a leave of absence. Comparing today's school's teacher struggle to the struggle of 14 years ago, one teacher took her own children to the picket line. "Life is not without struggle," she told her kids, but the struggle then was 11% increase. Presently, she says, there is no honor in the 2% increase offered today. One teacher may have hit on the problem of starting the school year without a contract. A substitute shared another matter over how student safety is compromised when substitutes don't have a district email. He said substitutes outside the flow of critical information is not only frightening as a sub, but unacceptable as a parent. Though a different matter, the take-home message remained. Kids are not first when teachers are last. So the dispute between the school district and the teachers will continue over wages. In news from the Republican campaign, it is being reported that GOP frontrunner Donald Trump will skip a Fox News town hall event for GOP candidates hosted by the network's Megyn Kelly. The Trump campaign cited a scheduling conflict, and Kelly said on Twitter that the forum was put together at the last minute. The campaign has a previous engagement in Virginia and then New York, which could not be rescheduled. Trump spokesperson Hope Hicks told The Hollywood Reporter, "Given this was just proposed at the last minute, it was not possible to change our plans in order to attend." Kelly is referring to the tweet to the March 3rd GOP debate hosted by Fox News Channel in Detroit. The Kelly File, face-to-face with candidates, is set for Wednesday night and will feature the other 4 remaining candidates. It will be broadcast from Houston, Texas. Ben Carson, Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, and John Kasich will participate, though Kasich will appear by remote. They will take the stage one at a time and will answer audience questions. Trump and Kelly have a history going back to the first GOP debate where she was a co-moderator. Trump clashed with her over questions about his treatment of women, and he has feuded with Fox News Channel off and on ever since. He skipped the second Fox News debate, where she was a moderator in January, just ahead of the Iowa caucuses. Instead, he hosted a pro-veteran event at the same time. Trump came in second in Iowa to Cruz and admitted skipping the debate might have hurt him. In news about the campaign polls, a whole bunch of polls came out yesterday. As we head to Super Tuesday, which is just 1 week from today, all the polls are coming out. Super Tuesday could further lower the candidate pool, depending on the voters' outcome. As of the current polls, Trump is leading by respectable margins in Georgia, Massachusetts, Vermont, North Carolina, Michigan, Illinois, West Virginia, and Ohio, and even beating Kasich in his home state. Cruz shows a 1-point lead in New Mexico and is also leading in Texas, his home state. On the Democrat side, Clinton is leading in all states except West Virginia and Vermont, which is Sanders' home state. Sanders and Clinton are also tied in Massachusetts. So Sanders has a lot of work to get ahead. And in the turmoil over the Cruz campaign unscrupulous campaign tactics, Ted Cruz asked his communication director to resign after posting a false report about Marco Rubio dissing the Bible. Cruz told reporters in Nevada on Monday, "We are not a campaign that's going to question the faith of another candidate," Cruz said. Cruz's communications director, Rick Tyler, on Sunday began disseminating a video published by the Right Scoop, in which Rubio appeared to tell a Cruz aide reading the Bible that there are not many answers in it. But the video actually showed the opposite, Rubio telling the man that all the answers are in the Bible. Cruz's campaign initially apologized to Rubio for the flap, with Tyler posting his own apology to Facebook. "I've deleted the post because I would not knowingly post a false story," Tyler wrote on Monday. "But the fact remains that I did post it when I should have checked its accuracy first. I regret the mistake." But Rubio continued to push the issue, suggesting Monday that Cruz should fire someone for the mistake. Rubio said, "At some point there has to be some level of accountability. Otherwise, you're sending the message to the people who work for you, go out and do anything you want, and if you get caught, we'll just apologize, but we'll keep doing it." Later Monday, Cruz indeed acted to punish the offender. Cruz might have acted too late to prevent lasting political damage, however. In addition to Rubio, Donald Trump also picked up on the incident as further proof in his case against Cruz as a dishonest campaigner. A narrative that seems to take its toll on Cruz's support in the South Carolina primary. The Texas senator finished third, well behind Trump and narrowly edged by Rubio. Well, Ted Cruz falsely suggested Marco Rubio mocked the Bible and was just forced to fire his communications director, Trump tweeted Monday. More dirty tricks. Now stay with us. After the break, we'll have the KZGN News Talking Points editorial. Thanks for staying with us. Now it's time for the 120th KZGN News Talking Points editorial. Here's today's topic. What about Fox News? Why won't the Democrat presidential candidates accept any debate offers from Fox News? Well, here we are, well into the presidential campaigns now, and still there are no Democrat presidential debates scheduled that are sponsored by Fox. Why is that? Why are the Democrat candidates avoiding the more centered right-leaning networks? The Republicans have attended many debates hosted by left-leaning networks. The Republicans have been on many debates now. And this Thursday, they'll even be on one hosted by CNN and Telemundo. Can you just imagine how Telemundo is salivating on getting into it with Trump and the other candidates over illegal immigration? It will be interesting. And I think there is even another Republican debate coming up in April hosted by Univision. However, as of yet, the Democrats have not had the guts to accept a debate from Fox. And I can't even remember the last time Clinton was even interviewed by a Fox reporter. Can you? If any of you out there can point to a one-on-one interview with any Fox reporter since the campaign started last summer, please tell me when that happened. I'll even take it one step farther. If anyone can even show me a spin room interview with a Fox reporter with Clinton, I'd like to see that as well. Note, I want a video link that I can see to believe anyone's assertion that she has interviewed with Fox. I don't want just idle speculation, I want evidence. Video or written transcript including time and date would suffice. Because I can't find one. I will be fair and come back with a correction to this editorial if someone can provide me evidence that either Sanders or Clinton has interviewed with a Fox reporter since the start of the campaign. The last I heard was at the beginning of the campaign that she declared that she'll not grant an interview with anybody at Fox. So we have Obama ridiculing Republican candidates for wanting to be hard on illegal immigration and fearing Syrian refugees. Obama has even gone so far as to call Republicans weak. Yet, it's okay for the Democrat candidates to not even have the guts to interview on Fox. No, Mr. President, it is your candidates that have no guts. The Republicans are willing to politically point out the dangers we face by your policies, while the Democrat candidates provide accolades in your policies, which is normal. What is wrong is when the candidates refuse to be questioned on those issues by a perceived hostile news network. Meanwhile, the Republicans are appearing on almost every liberal-leaning network or at liberal-leaning colleges across the country. They aren't afraid to be grilled by them. Could it be the Democrat candidates don't want to be asked tough questions? Questions no left-leaning network is being allowed to ask now? The Democrat candidates want to go real smooth until the final candidate has been selected. And just like the Republican establishment has their choice who they want to get the nomination, so does the Democratic establishment. It's clear they want Clinton to be their nominee. They don't want her harmed until the selection is done so Sanders can't defeat her. After she's the nominee, the DNC believes the Democrats will all get behind her, no matter what her flaws might be. Note, I'm not saying that whoever gets the Republican nomination might not have flaws too. I believe all candidates will have flaws. But the severity of the flaws will come out in the end. To most of the progressive liberals, there is nothing more important than electing the first woman president. Just as many felt there was nothing more important than electing the first African American president. To prove to the world and ourselves that the free world can and did elect the first black president, that we are beyond racial politics. And look where we are today concerning racial relations. But that's a subject for another editorial. And as far as electing the first woman president, to prove to the world all glass ceilings are now shattered, it doesn't matter about qualifications, only about electing the first, whatever. I wonder what the next first will be after the first woman president. We can only speculate on that one. So that's where we are today. Do whatever has to be done to elect Hillary Clinton, and to help that, avoid any Fox networks. In conclusion, it's clear the DNC does not want their candidates aired out on a network they don't control. And the candidates also don't want the challenge either. But the day will come that they will not be able to hide behind their supporting networks. The tough questions will come. I'm Tom Whitnick, and that's what I think. I'd like to know what you think. If you have any comments about this editorial or would like to discuss or recommend a topic, I'd like to hear from you. Please email them to info@kzgn.net. Now stay with us for weather and sports when we come back. Thanks for staying with us. Here's Lane with the weather.
Thank you, Tom. From the National Weather Service, a storm system will bring the potential for severe thunderstorms with damaging winds and tornadoes to the Gulf Coast into Tuesday night, and across the southeast and mid-Atlantic region into Wednesday night. This storm will also produce heavy rain from the Mississippi Valley to the mid-Atlantic. A swath of heavy snow is also possible in parts of the Midwest and Great Lakes. Temperatures across the nation. Carolinas at 66, Georgia at 59, Arkansas at 46, Northern Texas at 43, Arizona at 70, and Los Angeles at 79. And for us locally, tonight, mostly clear with a low around 38, south-southwest wind 5 miles per hour. Wednesday, sunny with a high near 69, southwest wind 5 miles per hour. Wednesday night, mostly clear with a low around 38, east wind 5 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny with a high near 74, southwest wind 5 miles per hour. Thursday night, mostly clear with a low around 41, northwest wind 5 miles per hour. Friday, sunny with a high near 77, northwest wind 5 miles per hour. Friday night, mostly clear with a low around 43, northwest wind 5 miles per hour. And Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 76, northwest wind 5 miles per hour. And that is your forecast for the IWV. Now back to Tom.
Thanks, Lane. And now here's sports.
Let's take a look at local sports on this Tuesday evening. First of all, Saracoso baseball. They will be hosting Antelope Valley College today. On Thursday, they'll be over at AVC. You can follow Thursday's game beginning at 2 o'clock on KLOA 1240. That's your CBS All Sports Radio. Saracoso will be in action again Saturday. They'll open up their home conference. They will play against Chaffee, that game at 12 o'clock. Local player James Pulley has been doing a great job for Saracoso. The former Burroughs graduate had a great outing in his last game, defeating Imperial Valley. In fact, last Thursday, Saracoso won both games of a doubleheader against Imperial Valley College. Saracoso now 6 wins and only 3 losses, off to a very good start. Justice Scott in his second year doing a great job at the helm. Now let's talk about the NBA. Clippers last night played well. They beat Phoenix by 30. The Clippers right now 37-19 overall. Minnesota beats Boston by 2 points. The Bucks beat the Lakers. The Lakers now 11 wins, 47 losses. Golden State wins their 50th game against only 5 losses. They beat Atlanta 102-92. Toronto beats the Knicks. The Knicks now 24-34. Things have gone bad since they got rid of Derek Fisher. Why they did that in his basically inaugural year, you tell me. Kurt Rambis took over, not really doing any better than Derek Fisher did in Miami over Indiana. NCAA top 20 teams. Iowa State beats West Virginia. Texas over Kansas State by 1 point. Miami beats West Virginia. California beats Washington State. Utah 11 better than USC, but they beat the Trojans 80-69. The Trojans split this past weekend. They beat Colorado. They were down a long time in that game, came back at the end. They lose to Utah, though. Utah also beat UCLA, and Wisconsin defeats Illinois. That'll be your sports on this Tuesday. I'm Tom Heck for KZGN.
So that's the news for today. All the KZGN-TV know you have a choice in what you watch for your news. We all thank you for choosing KZGN-TV, Ridgecrest's only locally owned community TV station. Now stay tuned for Ridgecrest Talk coming up next.